Joshua Penteloresco. I write stuff, draw stuff, and broadcast stuff too. So today in International Week, I am now talking this in Pakistan. She is the one and only amazing E Ammara. And I want to say before we begin, first language is Urdu, not English. So if she does make a mistake in English, it's no big deal. She's speaking her second language, so she's probably smarter than I am. Probably, but that's okay. How you doing today? Yeah, you just do your best. That's it. That's all we ask. So how you doing today,
What?
How are you doing? How are you doing?
I'm doing great. What's about you?
I'm great. I'm a little nervous too. I'm talking to the great Umm E Ammara. So this is going to be a fun experience. So if anyone that's listening to this is a writer of her own right. So I'm just going to ask. So when did you start writing?
Ready?
When did you start writing?
Ready?
Like you're a writer, right? So you write stuff. So
No.
when did you start writing?
Are you asking about wedding?
You're writing, yes.
I don't know.
You don't know when you started writing?
These are lists.
Can you turn
Can
your volume up just a little bit more? Just your volume. If you can't, don't worry about it.
I'm going to have it.
It's okay.
Okay. Let's start again.
Okay, there you go. There you go. I hear you. So writing. You're a writer. You write for the independent, get this right, the independent Urdu?
Can we start?
Pardon?
Can we start again?
Yeah, we can start again. Go right ahead. It's all good.
No.
It's all good. It's all good. Don't have to be perfect. This is your second language. So what I asked was, you write, right? You write stories. Can you hear me?
Yes, I'm hearing you.
You hear me? So you do writings on your Facebook. You do writings for a newspaper. I've seen some of your stuff. How you get started?
I think I have some issues.
Pardon? I can't hear you. Speak. It's okay.
I'm feeling very sorry for you, Josh.
No, don't be sorry. It's okay. It's okay. Deep breath. Okay, deep breath. Like I said, we do best we can. That's it. Don't worry about it. We also got big connection. There's been that we're thousands of miles apart. It's okay. So.
Okay, let's start.
Okay. I say same thing. How are you?
I'm fine.
You're fine. How was your day?
Today was good.
It was a good day? What did you do today?
It was just good.
It was difficult? Why? Why difficult?
Because I didn't face to anyone like us. I
Uh,
didn't face camera.
you,
I
you,
didn't face camera.
is this your first Is this your first interview on camera?
Yes.
It's okay. I guarantee you, people here think you're prettier than me. It's all good. Um, but it's okay. We just talk about what we talk about. So you're from Pakistan, right? So I've known ladies and gentlemen, for a while. She keeps threatening to steal my food every single time. She's got a bit of a smile on her face there. So you, you want to steal my pizza, right? I get a piece of pizza, and you want to steal it, right? Yeah. So actually, I should ask, in Pakistan, is there anything like your food? Is there anything like pizza in Pakistan? Like is there anything like food, like pizza in Pakistan? And what's it called, and how do you make it? Because I've seen you make stuff too.
I like many things like biryani. You're asking about food.
Yes.
I'm like kadai
Okay. So what is that?
and biryani, pizza.
Pizza. Gonna steal my pizza someday, I'm sure.
We are live, Josh.
Yeah, we are live. People see you. It's okay.
Don't make it safe.
No, it's okay. I told you this is what this was. People know it's okay.
We have to start again. Don't say it.
No. It's okay. It's, no worry. No worries. This is your second language. There's no mistakes. Like I said, if I were to try to speak in your language, it'd be very hard for me. Right? Too. It'd be very hard for me too. I would make a fool out of myself. But I'm not scared to make a fool out of myself. Because really, it only matters that I try.
But you are doing well. You are doing a great job. I
Yeah.
have seen your interviews.
Well, you're doing okay too. You're doing okay too. Don't. It's not about perfect. It's about you, right? It's just about you be you. I want to talk to you about your writing, because you write stories, right?
Just like I'm giving a panel interview.
No, it's not. No, it's not. No. You should be applauded. You're trying. Like when we talked, when I asked you to do this, I said, just try. If it doesn't work out, you know what? It don't work out. You don't look bad for this. This is, again, your second language, right? It's like if you were to interview me in Urdu, I wouldn't know what to do. You doing better than I would. Seriously, right? You're doing better than I would, right? So don't worry. Here's the thing. Here's the thing I learned. This is the thing I learned. I learned this a long time ago. I make a fool of myself plenty of times. Do you know what I notice when I make a fool of myself? No one notices. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what it looks like initially. It's about what you actually are doing. You and I are talking across world. You in Pakistan, I'm in Canada. And that's itself a bit of a miracle in of itself. You're here, I'm here, we can talk, and I can make you smile, I can make you laugh, I can make you cry, whatever, but we can talk. Right? You different world than I am. And the fact is, you try. And that's it. And that's all anybody can ask of you. And if it doesn't work out, if it's not perfect today, I
I'm
still,
getting
I,
you.
I still, I still was a pleasure. It was a pleasure to try to talk to my friend from across the sea. And that's the idea. We talk and we learn something. It's okay. And I like that I make you smile when I said that because that's the important part. It's not about perfect. I'm not perfect. I screw up
Thank
all the time,
you.
all
Thank
the time, right? I'm silly. You see me on chat, I'm silly. Ask anybody who I've interviewed. I make asses of myself all the time. They even gave me an award for it. It's all good, right? Just don't worry. Just
I'm okay now.
you good? You
Yes,
good? You good? You good?
I'm,
Good.
I'm good.
You good? Okay.
Thank you very much.
Oh, no worries. I thank you for coming. I like that you're here. So I say to you, and I'm going to ask this again. You write stories, right?
Yes, I
Yeah. What do you
like
write?
right.
What do you
What I
write?
like in stories?
No, you write stories, like whether
Yes.
they newspaper or whether they fiction or like you writing. What do you write about?
What I like about stories.
You write about no, like try to let me try. I write fiction. You've seen my fiction.
I have
You
seen
write
your work.
you write um, teachings. You write about teachings from Quran. You write journalism and stuff, right? You also journalist. So how do I put this? Um, so why do you write? Why do you like? What do you feel you need to say?
Um, what I have in my stories.
Yeah,
I have something about romantic, something sad stories, and to do some historical touch. These things I like.
yeah. So why those things? What why do you like those things? What interests you in those
Because
things?
because I always read these things. That's why maybe I have some experiences. That's why.
Oh, it's
And
okay. No, I asked. I'm curious because I believe this is me. I believe everything we feel we have to say comes from something in here, right? Something in here that we need to speak and get out. So we all are telling our story when we write a story. That's my belief, right? I write about I want to make you laugh and I want to make you think because that's what I want to do. I want to laugh, right? I want to be silly, but I also want you to think about world in different way, right? Because that's how I see the world differently.
I have seen your work. You like to do make some characters like imaginations characters. I
Yeah.
hear, yes, I have seen your all work,
Yes.
and my work is a little bit different.
Yeah, that's nothing wrong with that.
Yes,
So
but I want to do your work also.
mm, you want to write do you want to write more
And
journalism?
like your imaginations, like enemies work which you are doing,
Yeah.
like art, sketching,
Yeah, okay.
and um, actually I think every person has its stories and different stories, and but a person who's writing a story and his life, if God has command to him or her, then his life become, I think, hell. We have many examples, and you may see that we have as a religion we have many messengers like Jesus, like
Hmm.
Hazrat Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, like others prophets. They have also stories. They given us stories, but what's about their life? They,
Hmm.
but God has given them, command them to write stories, and their life becomes hell. So maybe one day I will write about my story, but uh, not trying to reveal to others. Just reading to others and try to write something different with my nervousness.
No, you're calming down, which is good. I understand. I understand. You're like trying to find your voice, if that makes sense,
Yes,
right? We all when we start writing, when we start writing, um, when I first started writing, I I had
I really know
I was
this
I was
person.
I was in my head all the time, right? But now that I'm older slash wiser, we let God decide whether I'm wise or not. We'll let that's not my place. Um, I learned that for me, I had to find the voice here. This helps, but the voice here is where the truth comes out. It's where your truth comes out. So I feel like it took me a long time to learn this. Um, I feel your based on what I can read, because a translator doesn't translate everything you say perfectly. You figure you have started to learn to figure out what you really care about. Does that make sense?
Yes, what happened? Um, I think I'm not doing well.
You quite popular. Like I look your profile. Lots of people read your stuff. Lots of people. More people read you than me. So you're doing something right.
I'm getting nervous again.
It's okay. Deep breath. It's okay. It's just me.
You
Don't
will
worry about it. I'm no big deal. You I've read your stuff, and I see you have lots of comments and people engage with what you say a lot. So you've
really,
developed you have a fan
uh,
club.
yes, I didn't do this.
You nervous? You nervous?
No, little bit.
It's okay. It's okay.
We are live,
Oh yeah, we've been
and
live the whole time. It's okay.
that is
People are watching. People see, and people are commenting. It's okay.
what you
Nobody's
are saying.
no nobody upset. Nobody upset. Um, I want you to do this. I want you to do this. Listen, like hear me out here, okay? You, it's just you and me. Don't. It doesn't matter who watches, who sees. Just be you. Don't worry about anybody else. It's Umm E Ammara and Josh. That's it. No matter what.
Yes, thank you.
Okay. What I said to you is, you have fan base. People do read your stuff all the time. I go on your board. You write these beautiful poems. You write very beautiful poems, and I see you have a following. You know, and it's growing. Like you have a fan base.
Thank you.
People care what you say. Seriously.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It's okay. So what I'm asking you is, I guess, so do you plan, so all the writings you have on your board, and everybody, I encourage you to go check out her Facebook and just read her stuff. Even though a lot of it's in Urdu, some of it's translated right into English. It's really good. She speaks from her heart and something to respect. So what I'm asking you is, are you going to write a book? Is
Yeah.
that what you're working on right now?
Mhm. It's working. It's little bit working.
Are you working on let me ask again, just in case you didn't hear me, because there's a okay. That's why it's a little bit late. So you're working on a book.
Yes, I am.
Yeah. Okay.
Facing camera first time.
Pardon?
I'm facing camera first time.
Okay. Cool. So what's it
Yes.
about? What's it about?
So now, just for you, you have asked me this one.
Oh, you write? Oh, flattered. Um, book for me. Okay. Wow. That's make me blush.
You
But
can laugh also.
no, that's flattering. Very flattering. Um, no, I okay. Let's change gear. You working on book there. Are you going to work? Are you going to take your writings that you have on Facebook and are you going to collect them in some way so that people can read, like publish it and people can read them in other formats, like a book or a blog or
Yes.
yes?
Yes.
I can't. Connection. Don't worry. So
What
no, yes, the book or blog.
blogs?
Yeah, if you like, you do like if like take your writings on your Facebook and putting them on a blog or publish them in book because you write a lot every day. You write more than I do actually. You make me want to work harder because every day I see you posting stuff.
Yes. I really want to do. That is my passion and work as well. There are a lot of problems are same in the world, not
Yeah.
in Pakistan. But maybe we are developing we are facing more than others. Um, you can say that these are problems of all the world, not our.
Ah.
We are different. We are just different in our religions, maybe in our language. Um, but I think we have same problems. I have seen, and
Mm-hmm.
I have talked with the other people, and um, same problems. There are just recently a case um, in Peshawar. The 10 people just cut out for the sake of religion, and I have seen examples in other countries like um, Spain, like America.
Mm-hmm.
Last year in America, that was a black man that was murdered by a policeman. The
Yes.
same examples same issues are happening around the world, not in just Pakistan. I want to talk with world because I think I'm the person of the world, not the Pakistan. That's why
Ah,
I'm touching these issues.
that's important. You're right. A lot of the problems in Pakistan are still the problems in even Canada and the United States and the world. So I asked this then, just as a fun question. You would like to travel the world and see the world and speak to people of the world about how it works?
My work?
Well, it sounds like you care about how the world is, right? Like what you want to change the world. So I asked then, do you want to see the world? Like beyond Pakistan, so you can see it yourself. See where we different, but yet we also the same.
Yes.
Yes?
Um, what I can say, if I choose different work in Pakistan, that means I have maybe I have different thoughts from others. I don't know how people should be happy within problems. I have seen many posts and many people they are happy with what they have, but what matter what you have. The matter is what the others have. They are happy, they are not happy. Then how you can happy in front of them? It's mean you are me, are I.
Interesting.
Are you getting me?
I get you. No, you make me think. You're making me think about this a little bit.
Yes.
I asked this. Do you want to know why I wanted you on the show? Do you want to know why?
Yes.
I wanted you on show for two reasons. I wanted you on show for two reasons. One, you're good at what you do. You're good at what you do. You speak about the things that really matter to you and you do it all the time. But two, right? Your world different than my world. At the same time, we's the same, but we also different. And what I want to show people, including you, that yeah, we are some of the difference, but also some of the similarity too. And it sounds like you trying to figure out a lot of problems all of us are trying to figure out all over happiness, what makes people happy, um, what how to fix some of the problems that are here. And you're passionate about it. You're really, really passionate about it, which I admire, which I think is really, really good. And you make me think about how I see the world and maybe um, where I should be more active, if that makes sense. That's what you that's why um, I listen and go,
Thank you
and
very much.
yeah, I go, that's why I wanted you here. You have something worth saying. Doesn't matter where the world you're going to come from. Everybody does. So, um, hmm. So how if you could change one thing, just one thing about world, what would you change? If you could.
One thing,
Just one thing you could change. If you could change the world one way, just one, what would you do?
uh,
If you don't know, that's okay too.
I don't understand actually.
Um, okay. Okay, you talk about how resources getting pillaged in Pakistan and the rest of the world. Like, would you change that? Would you do something about greed in the world? Because that's what that's about. It's about resources and greed. Or would you um, want people to be treated better? Like what? If you're passionate about a lot of things in the world, but I learned. See, I learned this. This is what I learned. If I try to change everything at once, I change nothing. If I try to change one thing, I can
One
do.
thing I want in Pakistan.
Pardon?
One thing I want in Pakistan.
Yeah, one thing you want to change. If you could change, what would you change?
Prosperity in every homes. I need this thing in Pakistan. I want to see smiles on all the kids' faces. This thing I need. Maybe these things not come from the player. This, do you know there is a difference between player and happy?
Okay, so what difference?
Maybe player would be achievement what the people need, but the
Okay,
happiness is not don't come from the achievement.
no.
Happiness always come from your heart. I just want to see the happy faces in Pakistan, just,
Ah,
and I think all around the world. This thing I need in Pakistan. Maybe there, um, you may say that if they eat food, they eat food quite and they earning well. They maybe they are happy. These all things I need.
okay, so I'm going to ask you a question for language. See if maybe so I give you a thought here. So do you know what joy is? The English word joy. Do you know what that is?
Yes.
Okay, you know the English word joy? What's the so and you know what happiness is? So I asked just a thought, is what you want that people of the world free to chase joy. We can't I learned this. We can't always be happy. As much as I enjoy the fact that I can make you smile, right? I also enjoy I know that sometimes you're going to be happy, you're going to be sad, you're going to be angry, you're going to be laughing, you're going to be like we all go through different every day is different. But I make point to chase joy, right? Because joy is a beyond even happiness. Joy is a state of being.
No.
No,
Listen.
I'm
The
listening.
problem is we have unemployment ratio increase in
Hmm.
Pakistan. That's why um, if every we are discussing about the economics,
That's okay. No, it's okay. Just it's okay. Say your piece. It's okay.
but even but but it is the fact that if every person have employment, then they should be happy.
Happier, happier,
Yeah.
happier. When I can do
If you
things
have
that
no money in your pocket and you have dream in your mind, what you will do?
I've had no money. In some ways, it's easier. Some ways, because you don't have to worry about you just worrying about one thing. That's getting through the day. It sucks because you want to do more, and you know you can do more, but easier in one sense because you worry about just getting through today. You get money. You get money. Usually that comes with responsibility, paying bills, um, family. Um, you grow, and as you grow, expectations go up. That's not a bad thing either. That's the way it should be. But some ways, I think happiness right now, I don't have a lot of money. But right now, I'm
You are
happy.
happy.
I'm happy because I'm doing what I love. I get to talk to people like you all the time. Make me happy, right?
Yes.
People who are driven to do different things, are passionate about things. People
But
like you.
I'm talking about a community, not a
Yeah. Oh
person.
yeah. Okay, you're
And
talking about like okay, not person but community. Okay.
yes, and the
Um
person, yeah, speak, say what you want. I'm listening to you say what you want. Are
I
you
get what you're
hearing me?
I'm hearing you just fine. Your picture froze, but I hear you just fine. Um I hear you fine. No, I okay. No, like
I have many cases. As a community, I have seen many cases.
okay.
They 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 did suicide due to no having money, due to unemployment. That's why I'm asking about that.
Okay, I get where you're coming from. No,
Yes,
it
as a person, I'm happy with nothing, but if I just have dreams, I'm happy. But as a community, as a nation, if I see the sorrows or wants of the people, then definitely I will ask about employment or prosperity or what would make good.
okay. No, I think no, you're right. Like communities when you have money, you can take care of the big important problems of community. Clean water, health for everybody around you, better housing, better material, better food to eat. Um, right? People the base the world should not struggle so much to feed everybody. We don't have to. But the nature of the world, um, as we've constructed it today, um, makes it so that a lot of people, like 90% of the wealth of the world in terms of food, resorts, and stuff, is only hitting like 10% of the people on the planet. And of that 90%, right, only a very small fraction of the world gets it, and everybody else has to struggle, right? And it's not right. Like there's enough food, there's enough resources that if everyone worked together, everybody would be able to at least roof overhead, electricity, um, clean water, good food, you know, and not worry about day to day, what am I going to do next? That's where you're coming from, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, right. You absolutely right. Right. You absolutely right. You've done very well, by the way. Um, so then, if I were to make a suggestion, what you would change, you could, if you could, you'd make it so that every one of us, me included, would help each other out in terms of making sure everybody gets something to eat, make sure everybody is taken care of, the basic things are taken care of, so that everybody's free not to worry about, not just to survive, but maybe worry about what's next, how they can thrive. Does that make sense?
yes,
Yes.
it's making sense.
Yes. That's not a bad thing to want. And it hits close to home where you at quite a bit, I imagine. Um, hmm. So let's see here. Let's ask a couple more things and then we'll wrap the interview up. Because I've enjoyed chatting with you. Watching you relax more and more, been good. So, no, they are the same problems all over the world. You're right. This hasn't changed. Even here, North America, richest part of the world. Like where I'm at, there's space, there's trees, there's lots of resources. But even here, there are people who have and there are people who don't, and it can be tough for others. I go 2 blocks from where I'm living. I see very poor people all the time. It's still poverty, still here, and it shouldn't be.
I think you are right, Josh. I think he died now.
Okay,
What do you have to say?
you
I
did.
don't understand what you have to say.
You've done good. Like you did very brave thing. Like you did a very brave thing coming on. This was hard for you, wasn't it? You did good. You did good. You really did. Like don't knock. You did really good. In your position, not sure I would have done as good as you did. You very passionate. You're very passionate. You're driven, right? You write good things. You do. You write good things, and you're working. I mean, you tried, and that's all I wanted from this. That you try, and that people could see just how amazing you are, and you are. You really, really.
I'm not.
Yes, you
I'm
are.
not. You are.
No. You are. No. You are. This was. You're brave.
I'm just trying. You are done it within
Yeah,
a lot of people.
yeah, it's okay. You did good. You did very good. So, your first language is Urdu, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So, actually, I asked this earlier. What's the Urdu word for happiness?
Hobbies.
Yeah, in Urdu. What's the Urdu word for that?
Um, Paintings.
Can you say that a little louder?
Paintings.
Can you say that a little louder?
Paintings.
Painting?
Yes, paintings. You are asking about the hobbies.
No, I'm asking you about the the word in your language for
Yes.
happiness.
Urdu.
What's the word? What's the word in your first language, Urdu, for happiness?
Kush.
Whoosh. Did I say that right?
Yes.
Whoosh.
Hush.
Whoosh.
Yes.
Yeah.
The word is hush.
Whoosh. That's neat.
Musarrat. There are
That's
a lot of words. Musarrat are hush.
yeah.
Mostly used is hush.
Okay. That's cool. That's cool. All right. Well, are you ready? Are you ready to finish this interview? Are you ready? I know this was hard for you. That's why I'm asking. Would you like me to finish it?
Okay.
Or would you like me to ask another question? It's up to you. I'll let you choose. Do you want me to ask one more question, or do you want me to let you finish the interview?
Yes.
One more question? So I'll just go last question. The last question. And I thank you very much for doing this. So you write poetry. You make people aware of the world. You're writing a book. That's flattering. I'm not gonna go there. I think what I go and say is this: if you keep writing, where would you like your writing to take you?
What would be like our relations?
Pardon?
Sorry,
Can you just?
I'm not getting you.
Well, I write books, right? my hope is that people will like what I read. That eventually, that's what I want to do. I just want to tell stories and talk to people like yourself all over the world, because that's what I love. I'm using my passion to try and shape my world, change my world. You have passion too. You want to change the world. And are you trying to change the world? You're saying a lot about the world. So do you think in time your writings will do you think the writings will help change the course of Pakistan? Is that what you'd like to see?
What I like,
No, what I mean is you pointing out the problems of the world, like you pointing out the problems in your
yes,
home, right? You're pointing them out. Do you hope your work helps make change?
yes.
Yes. In maybe 5
I'm
years,
trying my best.
that's all you can do. That's all you can do. Um, there's a there's a Bible verse that I kept the faith, I fought the good fight, I maintained. Yeah, right. And that's a Bible verse. I feel that's you. You tried to change the world and for the better, and that's not a bad thing. It's actually a good thing. So, last thing, and then I wrap up. I wrap up the interview, and then we talk a little off air. Um, where can people read your writing? If people want to read you or see you talk about world, where can people do that?
Why people is going to understand that.
Like you write, like you've written.
On my,
Yeah.
if people want to talk to me,
People,
then how they get me?
like on Facebook, just Facebook, or are you
Yeah,
on?
on Facebook and on YouTube as well.
You
On
on?
YouTube, they can search Pak Diary. On YouTube, Umm E Ammara.
Okay, that works. And so, ladies and gentlemen, I enjoyed this conversation. It was fun. I've known for a long time. She's as you can see, she's a very passionate, caring person, whether she wants to admit it or not. And I thoroughly enjoyed this conversation. And give her credit. This was
Confused.
no, it's true. Take the compliment. Take the compliment.
I have a lot of hesitance because I didn't come. That was my first.
Yes, this was your first interview. So
Yeah.
everybody listen. Give a bit of applause because this was for her. This was very hard to do. This is not her first language. This is her second language. So give her props for even trying. I wanted to bring her on the show. Let me say nice things about you for a minute. Then you can come. I wanted to bring her on the show a long time ago because I thought she writes about interesting things, but also I thought it would be really cool to see somebody from another part of the world that is both different and similar to everyone I've interviewed before. You have a very passionate, capable human being right here that's trying to make a difference with her words. And if that's not heroic, I don't know what is. And yeah, that's it, right? I don't know what is. So, I give you all kinds of credit for trying. This was amazing. Whether you realize it or not, you did a really good job. You really did. And if I had tried what you just did, I'd have failed miserably. But you did it. Yeah, no,
Only just your blessings,
yeah,
Josh. It's only just blessings. You are such a nice person, and
yeah.
I'm happy I know you.
did good. But you did good. And thank you for coming
There
on.
are a lot of confusion
Pardon?
because there are a lot of confusion due to the language. No, due to actually, no matter in which language you are speaking, the matter what you are speaking. So I can understand English, but you know what? The accent is very difficult, and maybe they're very different for me.
It's
In
not.
our areas, we are speaking differently, and
Well,
you
when you
people
speak,
are speaking differently. So it's our first time.
yeah,
That's why
no,
it's difficult understanding what you are saying. And when I listen clearly or smoothly or slowly, then I understand. Oh, that was you were saying.
yeah,
That's saying this thing. So
you.
thank you to understand me.
Well, like I said, this is your second language. You're also thinking, like you think in your native language, right? So everything I say, you think in yours, then you change it to English so I can understand you, right? That's not easy, right?
Thank you.
That's not easy at all. That's why like you did really well. I don't think you realize how well you did, right? You
Thank
rock.
you. You always do many things for me.
Yeah.
You make me understand things
Yes.
in better
Well,
way.
yeah, she's a friend, ladies and gentlemen. That's the other reason why I wanted her. She's really cool. But before we continue talking, I'm going to wrap this show up. I want to thank everybody for watching and listening to this episode. It was unique, but I was really proud of this to try this. I want to thank for being a great sport. She didn't have to do this, but she did. I think she did a bang up job. I don't know what you guys think. My next guest is Karina Cantus. That's tomorrow night. If you guys like what I'm doing, click the subscribe button on my Twitch channel. Click the on my YouTube channel. I will be back tomorrow morning, early tomorrow morning. I want to thank You're amazing. Believe it. That was awesome. And guys, I stay inspired, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.
You are a great appreciator.
Yeah.